Good morning to all of you. Can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, give me a thumbs up or L and C right now. All right, morning to you, Dennis. Morning to you, Anthony, Ian, sorry. All right, this Quinn Ping, all right. All right, morning to all of you. All right, hopefully you have a great weekend. Well, mine was incredible because I was working throughout Saturday, Sunday, and I was also celebrating my what I call my dad's birthday. So it's like wow. So trust me, last night it's all right. You know, the moment I hit my bed, I really crashed. Really, no kidding. All right, because normally I wake up at 5 a.m. right? I'm so tired because I slept at 2 a.m. Yeah, settling some stuff. And by the time I woke up at 6:30 already, my goodness. Okay, all right. Let's hope that my body is still good and you guys are also good. Okay. All right, let's start this morning MAO right now with the let me bring it up. Okay, let's go. All right, thank you once again, Ian. All right, thank you, Ellison. All right, morning to you, this Louis, Benedict, good morning to you. And Chiha, Johnny, you dream of Dow crashing, Benedict? Oh dear. Does your dream come true or your dream go inverse? That will be the question that everybody will love to ask. All right, guys, good morning to you once again. Today is the 27th of June, 2022. And of course, it's a Monday. And today, JP Morgan expects another 7% upside this week. Now, you notice I put a wink at the back, right? So how many of you think that the JP Morgan guys will be correct? That means that you do expect that JP Morgan will get what they want. There will be another 7% upside. If you think so, please put the 7% right now on the comment box. If you think that the JP Morgan guys will be absolutely correct, press just like 7%, okay? Okay, no one typing? Anyone type 7% there? Okay, still no one. Okay, all right. All right, JP Morgan, Marco actually came in this last over the weekend, and he actually expect the S&P 500 to go up by another 7%. All right, another 7%. So I'll bring to you why he said that, and of course we will also compare his track record, yeah. He do have an amazing track record with the S&P 500, and the track record doesn't look that fantastic, yeah. Oh, Dennis say maybe 5%. Okay, it's possible, yeah. It actually is possible. Okay, so of course Jim Cramer is coming out and saying that again, some of his view in the market. And of course, we have the crude oil price now coming off, and some people actually calling for some selling, which I don't think so. To me, it's that the crude oil price will be actually going up. All right, and of course, Bitcoin will be definitely one of the key things to watch out for, because Bitcoin holds a lot of the, in my point, a pulse of a lot of of the bloodline or the money line of some of the companies. So that's why I feel that Bitcoin must stay firm. All right. And okay, as you say, Fred says that normally JP Morgan confused retailer, but this time around they may be correct. So you also think that it'll be a 7% upside, yeah? Okay. So I say again, everybody is entitled to their own view. There's no right or no wrong in trading. Let's begin. Right, disclaimer apply as usual, my friends. My job is to share with you my information that I collect over the internet, and your job is to make your own final decision, okay? Remember, there's no right, no wrong in trading and investment and opinion. Everybody is entitled to their own, okay? No need to hammer each other for whatever reason, okay? All right, now before we start this morning, all right, I'd like to share something with you, a trivia, all right, that happened recently in Singapore, okay? Now, first of all, this is a Wall Street joke, right? It's about alien. Shall we use the death ray, sir? And I think the comrade says, nah, let's really pound them, deliver the rate hikes. Yeah, of course, the rate hike will definitely vanquish us, in fact, in my opinion, yeah, because this is one that everybody's kind of worried because with so many assets now really relying on loans and or mortgages, and of course, if the interest rate really shoots up the side right there, we're going to get into serious trouble. All right, now the reason why I bring this cartoon is to have the alien team. All right, the question is this: how many of you actually believe there's aliens outside Mother Earth? How many of you believe that there are aliens outside Mother Earth? If you think that you believe in that, hit the word believe right now. All right, let me see how many of you believe that there are aliens outside Mother Earth. Okay. Now, why I bring this in again, right? I say it's a trivia. Start off Monday, and it technically happened in Singapore in a way. So that's why I want to ask how many of you are actually this aliens, what they call fanatic. All right, let me just check if you guys come. Let's do it. All right. Once again, guys, welcome to this morning MAO. Like I say, I always like to start my MAO with a little bit of a lighter note so that, right, you know, it makes the whole day better, okay? I mean, trading is a very boring game. It's like, you know, you win money, you can't tell your friends in a way because they think you're lucky, and you lose money, they'll laugh at you because you're being silly and stuff like that. All right, so that's why my MAO is right. Got people coming in because they realize that, hey, this guy talk not only about market, he talk about other things at the same time. Okay, wow. Oh my goodness, so many of you. I expect 2 to 3. Dennis believe, Lionel believe, Nicholas believe, Jason, Chukiet, Luis, wait a minute. Believe. Oh, Judy. Okay, that one I will not I will not say on air. Okay. Kinwa believe, Andrew, Amir, and Han Yu. Wow, you guys all believe. Okay. All right. Hey, morning to you, Nelson. All right. Okay, so why do I want to bring up this? No, also believe, yeah? Okay, now why do I want to bring up this thing itself? Okay, first of all, right? Okay, let me show you this, okay? Now, a Japanese UFO researcher reports hundreds of encounters. Apparently in Fukushima-based International UFO Institute says that it recorded 452 sightings over the past year. The area has been famous for UFO encounters around the Sangamori Mountain, okay? All right. So this is a privately owned international UFO institute, so it's not government, and it was established in the prefecture of Fukushima in the summer of 2021. That's last year, and ever since it's been established, and now they saw 452. Oh my goodness, that's like almost averagely 2-3 days you see one time. Okay, now why do I bring this story? It's all right because you see, you know, I saw this thing happen, and I always ask this question. Okay, we used to see UFO only in probably Russia and US, okay? Then recently, we saw some articles show that the UFO goes to China, China, yeah? Then after that, right, along the way now, we have this UFO sighting, so-called, in Japan. So just wondering out loud, when is our turn, Singapore? So that's my point. I was just thinking, when will be our turn? So because of that, is right. I'm okay. I like to read all this stuff, and I never believe that we are alone. I never believe, because how can we be alone? What makes you think that we are alone? Okay, all right. So there's been a UFO fanatic here as well. But the thing is this. Okay. Then of course, to solidify what I said, you can see that, right? Pentagon recently has just came out a report, right, that actually says that there were about 400 UFO encounters. Okay. But of course, the thing is this, okay? They did not call it as UFO. There's another name for it itself. How many of you know what's the name? Rather than they call it UFO, right? These are unidentified these flying objects, right? They call it another name. Do you know what's a new name for that itself? All right, apparently, right, you can see in this is from one of the military recording. It says that there's this particular, you know, this aerial what they call, what's the word they use? Oh, sorry, I forget. Okay. Anyway, it's a machine, okay, that's flying against the wind, and the wind knot is 120 knots to the west. Oh my goodness, you know how bad it is. But the so-called machine is able to do that. So you really need beyond what they call the technology that we have in the world. Okay, all right. So this is the report. Yeah, I got you. Okay, unidentified aerial phenomenal. Okay, UAP, the new name now. No, UFO is out. Okay, if you say UFO now, you're out. 2-0 already. This is UAP, stands for unidentified aerial phenomenal. All right, and this is actually a reel from a Office of Director of National Intelligence in this last year report. Okay. Now, why do I want to bring this out? Okay, like I say, it's trivia. Okay, relax a little bit. Okay, because all right, we have it in Singapore in a way, and it's a joke. Why it's a joke? Because when you guys actually some of the people actually come out and say what actually happened, right? I just laugh. I really laugh. Let me show you why. Okay, now in the stock market itself, right? A lot of people say this: as long as it's not on paper, it's not real. So I'm asking you itself, right? We see this in Singapore, right? What do you think? In the first thing comes to your mind, take a look. How many of you actually know that this happened in Singapore the last 2 days? How many of you actually saw it? Now, if you actually saw it with your own eye, all right, own eye, yeah, not from the media report, not from Facebook, not from the WhatsApp group, press W, SAW, saw. That means that you actually saw this lighting, this so-called vertical beam coming down, really coming down, according to what people are saying, from sky downwards, okay? All right, sky downwards. Okay, if you have saw it, key the word SAW, but only if you have saw it personally. Okay, all right. So apparently, this is the ongoing what they call viral picture going right now, and it didn't only taken by one person or two person. Many people saw it. Okay. Oh, Fico, you saw it? Is it you are fishing and it's an eastern side? Interesting. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. So apparently, I managed to get some glimpse of this, all the pictures going around because I didn't get to see it myself. And then you can see what happened on Saturday, 25th of June. All right. Okay. Many around Singapore spotted a mysterious vertical light in the sky. The phenomenon was seen in many areas from east to west of Singapore. All right. Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. So in the east itself, right, the vertical streak lit the light with the ominous red glow. It almost felt that we are spectators witnessing 11 making an opening to the upside down from far. Okay, this one is just a joke, okay? But my point is this, okay? That this happened, okay? Then what happened? It was actually seen in Ang Mo Kio area, obviously, because it's in the middle of Singapore, right? So probably every corner can see it in a way. Then of course, some say that they saw it like in the Sengkang, Serangoon, and the west. The orange bright pink streak was described to be stationary but flickering. Okay, so of course when I see this is all right, the first thing come to my mind is, hey, come on, Singapore has done it. We have reached a point. Now there's this saying say that why the UFOs goes to US and Russia, because those countries the technology is much more advanced. So the UFO love to go to the smarter people in a way. So of course later on you see China got it, Japan got it, right? So I was thinking out loud, Singapore not bad, right? Why don't we have it? So when I saw it itself, first thing in my mind was UFO. I don't deny this. I can call, and you call me crazy, but I just have my own view, okay? So yes, Danny, some of them say there's a report, say there's a burning at the Pasir Gudang at Johor. Okay, no problem. As I say, everybody is at a view, right? So yes, it did. You thought it's a reflection in the sky, yeah? The flame from factory in Malaysia, yeah? Okay. So basically, it's all right. Everybody said that. Okay, everybody said that. Okay, now I want you just take a look at the picture one more time before I move to the next picture. Okay, look at the picture one more time before I move on. Okay, I give you 5 seconds to take a good photographic memory on this picture right now. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Okay, so you saw already, right? Okay. So when I was doing my little research itself, right, then of course just one leads to the other. Then I noticed this itself, right? They said that, okay, it's because it's done by the Johor refinery. It's a vertical line directly from the from it itself. But let me ask you this. This is how a refinery looks like with a flame. Do you understand my point? This is how the flame will look like in it. Is that anywhere near what you just saw moments ago? Or probably you say it's a vertical, you know, the light travel up and then hit the crystal of the sky and it causes that so-called, you know, that line. Okay. Okay. I'm not a scientist, but I cannot visualize this. Okay. So I'm so sorry if I'm a joke here itself. I apologize, but I really cannot see it. Okay. I cannot see it. Never mind. Then after that itself, right? You can see this is how when a Johor plant actually has a flame coming out itself. Logically, if it's burning and the sky will be like this with clouds over there, So it'll be something like this, okay? Something more of like this. But of course, again, you can say, no, it's a different thing altogether. That one is a, he just burn up here. This one is actually more like, straight flush up. Okay, fine, no problem. As I say, everybody is entitled to their opinion and view. But when I dig deeper, I saw something even more incredible. Okay, all right. So let us explain this. Okay, the next moment now, I'm going to show you something that I dig further and I cannot explain. Okay, I cannot explain anymore. Okay, watch this. Now, this is the exact light that look exactly what happened in Singapore, but this one is not in Singapore. Apparently, it's not right. This is actually from Houston. All right, Houston. Yes, it's from Houston. And the thing is this, everybody was like, hey, what is that? What is that? What is that? Mysterious, but a lot of stuff, all right? And of course, what happened? The same expert come out and say that, oh, it's caused by the flaring of a refinery in La Porte. And it just recently, it's on the 24th of March recently, this year. So incredible. But it seems that, right, everybody now start to realize that, oh, only now the refinery can able to produce something like this. So all along itself, the refinery has been producing lights, but we didn't happen to see it. And this time now, right, oh, it's much more glaring and everybody saw it. Very interesting. Don't you find that itself? Okay. So my point is this, what do you think? Do you think that the light that we saw in Singapore is the same that is in Houston? Look at the picture one more time, okay? Tell me, do you think it's the same? Tell me whether or not it's the same, okay? If you think it's the same, key SAME. If you think it's no, just key NO, right? Now, everybody, just do me a favor, for the fun of it itself, just do it, okay? Like I said, I have no means and ways to tell you that there's aliens that exist in the world, but I just cannot deny myself that when I saw all this report itself, I just laughed, okay? And of course, when I dig deeper itself, when I saw the similarities here, I also just laughed. So all my point is this, end of the day, you guys decide, okay? Anyway, this is for fun and trivia, and just fortunately, it came to Singapore, so that's why I decided to share more with you, okay? Cool? All right, okay. Now, but the thing is this, I give a bit more insight here. So now, whoever say I don't care, I really don't care whoever say anything because I didn't see myself, right? But my cousin, okay, she is I will just tell you up front, okay, she is a A-star student, okay? And where she stay is exactly where the light was, okay? And she tell me up front, okay, Kel, what we see is very clear. It's not a flame. Okay, that's all. Okay. So you must understand my point. Okay. You cannot lie in certain things, but end of the day, it's like, people can say what you want, expert can lie through their teeth if they are doing that. But all I can say is this, sometimes in life itself, you just have to wake up. Okay. All right. Anyway, whatever it is, I just hope that things go better. Hope there's not an ominous sign of anything else. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, so let's just go back to my charting now. Okay, recently, is that right? Of course, some people have been asking me, hey, Kel, your charting okay or not? Well, I'm not too sure whether you believe it okay or not, but I have been telling you this. If the Dow doesn't go down below 30,807, the Dow will go to 31,239. And if it goes higher itself, it can go all the way down to up to 31,400. And with a stroke of luck, we can even see 31,571. So this was all the levels I mentioned last Friday. And for some reason itself, right, when last Friday, the Dow goes up by 800 points, I received some messages of concern asking me, Kel, are you okay with your trading? I said, I'm long, I'm short initially. But then after that, when the market broke our stop loss order, we went long. So my question is this, what is the problem here? Okay, so not too sure what is the issue here, but never mind, I continue. Okay, and of course, I also mentioned about the NASDAQ. I said that NASDAQ is strong. I told you NASDAQ is strong because my KSI is green in color, and the strength of the NASDAQ is phenomenal. And there's a good chance we may see this figure, which is 12,144. Okay, I remember I said this itself, and this morning we just saw the NASDAQ have just hit this level. The NASDAQ has just hit this level. So this is my point, and again, stress to you so many times. All right. So not too sure why people are not basically looking at this thing here according to what I share. So sometimes it's a personal thingy. Yeah, I'll leave it for you to decide. Okay. Anyway, all right. But the very clear one was this one here. This drawing was mentioned on Friday. Okay. On Friday, this drawing was very clearly mentioned, right? That if the Dow Jones really support at this point, the next target will be back to this level, and that's 31,411. Okay, that was what I drew, and because of that itself, right? If it goes up, right, that's what I drawing said. If it continue goes up, it will come to this point, and then most likely it will cover the gap. Okay, can you see that? And then maybe if the market loses this number, then it will come down. So now I'm just saying this out loud one more time. Okay, if the market stays above 31,411, there's a chance the market may go up a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more. How high? I'm not too sure. Maybe 32,000, maybe 32,300, maybe. Okay. But the thing is this, if only the Dow Jones tap 31,411, tap it, and then come down, then the selling will come down, only if this happens. That means that the market must tap it and then come down. Are we clear with this? All right. So let me just say this one more time again. For the Dow Jones now, if it goes up to 31,411, all right, it must stay above it for continuous upside. But if it drops below 31,411, then there's a chance that the market may come down to the elusive number that we've been waiting for at 29,563. Okay, are we clear with this? If you are clear with this, please keep it clear right now so that everybody can understand that I've been saying the same thing over and over again, but along the way, probably there's some miscommunication, or you only prefer to listen what you listen, and then of course, then it transcends to another way. So are we clear with this, guys? If you're clear with this key CLEAR, that you understand that what I'm just have been saying, if the market actually goes above 31,411, which just happened, then if it needs to come down, you have to go back below it, then it will work. Okay, if not, it won't work. Okay, very, very clear drawing. I've been drawing this, I've been showing this for quite a while already. Okay. All right, clear? Okay, absolutely good. Fantastic. All right, please be clear on that. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Okay. Okay, since you're all clear yourself, I can move on, yeah? Okay, let's go. All right, so let's just look at this week. Okay, this week, USA economic calendar result is going to be very important. Now, why is it important? Let me explain this to you. Moment, yeah? Okay. Important because the first thing is we have the core durable goods coming up, okay? That is today. And we have the pending home sales tonight, okay? So both of them will basically give you a little bit of insight of the current inflation figures, all right? And of course, we have on Tuesday, consumer confidence. Now, I expect this number to be very bad, okay? You can see the previous number, 106, they already revised it to 100.9. So I suspect it will be worse, okay? I suspect it will be worse. So that is something that I'm quite confident. Then, of course, we have the GDP quarter on quarter. Now, this is going to be interesting now because you can see the last quarter on quarter itself, right, is still at about 1.5% downwards, okay? So, of course, if anything revised further, it might not be nice, okay? But, of course, something to take out at 9 p.m., Jerome Powell is speaking. Now, Jerome Powell has been leading the charge, okay? Basically, every time he speaks recently, the stock market will go up. Yeah, it's a very different thing from previous time when he speaks, right, the market goes down. This time now, whatever he speaks, right, the market actually go up. And of course, we know what's the reason, yeah? So watch out for this coming 29th, all right? Watch out for that. That is going to be very important. And of course, we have the initial jobless claims coming up, and the numbers is expected to go down a little bit, okay? And of course, the ISM manufacturing PMI is expected to be go down also. So you can see that actually, right, internally, the US government sector, right, they're actually revising most of the numbers already. But the phenomenal part is that the stock market is going up. And I told you before, it's always like that. The data is always lagging. You should follow the chart. If the chart says sell, you just sell. If the chart says buy, you just buy. Because if you're going to follow the fundamental and get a reaction from there, by the time it react and inform you, the market already don't know where it went. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, before that, I forgot to share. Sorry. That's why my friend said, Kel, you never shared to this MAO. Okay, my bad. One more, yeah? Okay, let's continue. All right, so the Dow Jones on Friday was phenomenal. From the moment it opened, bang, 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 bang. Okay, so what's the reason that causes the Dow Jones to go up all the way? There's only one reason, my friend, which I forgot about it, so I'm going to apologize again. It is because it was actually the Russell 2000 and 3000 reconstitutional, which means that they actually rebalanced the entire index. So I'll talk about that shortly. And that was the reason why you have the market just relentlessly buying, because they are doing a buy, sell in the market. So that was one of the reasons. And of course, we have some of the other reasons because they feel that the economy is probably going to recover soon and the stuff. So let's see what the, let's see what the S&P says, okay, or the CNBC guy says. It says that the market rallied 800 points, rebounding from the lows of the bear market and capping for the first weekly gain. Yes, last week was the first weekly gain for the market. In fact, it's the first time from Tuesday to Friday, all the way it was up, okay. So in total itself, right, the market was up by 6.5% for the S&P 500. The Dow was 5.4%. That's why you can see from the 29,000 level all the way back to 31,000 level, so up by 5%. And of course, the Wall Street is still maintaining a very gloomy outlook as usual, okay? So you see how the boys play this game, right? They are buying, but they tell you they are gloomy. So by the time when they are very happy with their position ready, they'll tell you that, okay, they are very positive. Then guess what will happen to you? You'll jump into the market and buy, and guess who will sell back to you? Don't you find it's always repeating like a broken recorder? Yes, indeed, guys. Think about this for a moment. Every time when Wall Street say they are gloomy, you notice that the market will go by itself, right? And after that, when it go by itself, what happened? You will be like not buying. And after that, when the market not buying, the boys buy. And after that, what happened again? You will be buying when the Wall Street guys are very comfortable. So you can see now, entire 11 sector were up. How can you expect 11 sector to be up in the current market situation right now? So you mentioned this, when the market is like that, right? That means that it's a lot of manipulation happening on. And of course, we also saw there are a lot of other companies, like even like the Royal Caribbean, the Norwegian Cruise Line, the holding shares, all up by 15%. The question is this, I thought the economy is not doing well, people is not having jobs and stuff like that, and this counter was down recently. Now suddenly they recover dramatically. Hey, is there something wrong with what or what? Okay, so I can tell you this, something in life, right, you just have to open your mind bigger. So that's the reason why I also talk about the alien thing, okay? Got my point. So what happened is that on top of that is because the Federal Reserve actually did a stress test. And this time around, the stress test is so stressful that it's even heavier than what happened in Lehman Brothers. And the proud moment is that all the banks passed, okay? All 34 banks passed the test. Well, let me tell you this. If you have $2 trillion with Federal Reserve in the repo operation, reverse repo, right? I cannot believe that it's impossible to fail. You understand my point? So all I can say is this, whatever it is, I'm just sharing my view. You make your final decision, yeah? Okay. So let's look at some local and global news right now. There's a lot of news to cover today. Let's begin, yeah? Give me some time, let's go. Okay, so first of all, we have G7 announcing the import ban on Russia gold. That's why this morning the gold shot up in the morning, a gap up, right? So apparently the leaders in G7, Joe Biden came in and said that they want to ban gold, all right, Russia gold. And obviously it's all right. Whatever they ban, the market goes up. So I was just wondering who benefited who, okay? Very silly, yeah? All right, Asia Pacific side itself, right? The investors gain strength as we can see. Now, China market have been very strong this morning, and that pushes the Hang Seng higher. So not too sure what happened, but interestingly, we can see that now there are people saying that there could be quarter end buying and before the next market storm. So now everybody seems to be like a guru again, telling you now, don't worry, the market will be good because why? We would expect some buying continuing. So you see the point here now? Okay. And of course, we have this guy, Dan Jin, okay, says says that, right, the crude oil price, why it's coming down despite the tight supply. I don't buy that itself, but of course I will skip this one, but just show you that people have this view. And of course, Boris Johnson says that Russia takeover of Ukraine will be absolutely catastrophic for the world. I mean, of course, we know, like, yeah, they don't tell us and remind us. But do you know that this war itself is more than 100 plus days already and it's still ongoing? And you notice that no one really talks about it anymore. Okay, but Russia itself, the Russian rubles at a high, the crude oil price is still above $100, and Russia apparently is reported to make $100 million US every single day from selling crude oil. Oh my goodness, $100 million every single day. That is incredible, right? So El Salvador now is a bit of problem because the Bitcoin is supposed to save them from finance problem, and the Bitcoin coming down is a problem because now their Bitcoin investment are cut into half. They bought at 30,000 and the Bitcoin at 21,000 is half. So which means that right now this is not good because the country need a lot of cash and they need to have it fast for the upcoming debt repayment of $1 billion next year. Oh my goodness. So which means that, right, if let's say Bitcoin continue to fall, we have a serious problem for the El Salvador, this particular country. And of course, things will get very, very bad. All right. So to me, it's right. This is a very, very dangerous time bomb that's about to blow if Bitcoin goes lower. And of course, Jim Cramer says that next week is the bellwether for the upcoming earnings season because we're going to have earnings season coming up again. And of course, I believe that the earnings season will only bring the market down further, in my opinion. Yeah, but of course, Jim Cramer has his own view. Let me for you to decide. But of course, this is the one, Russell Reconstitution. Constitution, right? They basically, right, it's about them basically recon all the stocks in the Russell 2000 and 3000, and that created that. And because of that moment, $12 trillion in invested asset will be rebalanced for the Russell Reconstitution. So which means that, right, the market itself, they are looking at this $12 trillion to be moved around, and that usually will move the market higher because that's how they balance the books, right? The bad company they throw out, the good company they stay on. So that's a reason why you can see the market with huge volume traded on Friday, especially towards the closing. All right, so on top of that now, that's why this time I'm telling you about JP Morgan, right? And you are telling me about you understand. So let's bring JP Morgan's story in. Okay, now JP Morgan, right, this guy called Marko Kolanovic, he says that US market will likely avoid recession. He felt that, right, the market itself has a lot of room to go and the market should be able to go higher. Okay, you can get this picture here. But of course, the very interesting is that the opposite of it is Morgan Stanley. So JP Morgan says buy, but Morgan Stanley says sell. Morgan Stanley, Michael Wilson says that continue to be among the most prominent bears, say that the depressed consumer confidence and sentiment is going to weigh down the market. So Kolanovic says that no, the growth will go higher, but Michael Wilson said no, the growth will go lower. This is where it gets very interesting. So from two different camps, sharing almost the same name, have a two different view altogether. Now at the same time, it's all right. Marko says this earlier this year. He says that, right, okay, this month, sorry. He says that even if oil hit $150 per barrel, right, he believed that it's the guy. He believed that, right, the stock market will go new high. Wow, okay, so another thing, look at it. So you can see that time itself, right, he expected the crude to go higher, but you know what happened to crude oil, right? It came down to 109. So again, okay, think about this for a moment, yeah, about his view, okay? All I can say is this guy has his own track record, yeah? So the track record shows that right now he's saying that the balance sheet, the current portfolio now should be going higher because the portfolio rebalancing will create an updraw, which is happening right now, and it will lift the stock market by another 7%. So understand my point? So that means that all street guys, they actually have an advantage over you. They know exactly what are they going to do in their business. And because of that, when they do it as a business, they will know which one and what's going to happen. So of course, if people, after they rebalance the portfolio and you think that it's a good time to buy and you buy it, sell, right? So just wondering who will sell it to you. Okay, so to wrap it up for him, you can see that this is Marko Kolanovic recommendation. And it's almost every time that he calls for buy, the market will sell. All right. Every time he says that it's a sell, the market goes up. Okay. So very recently in May, it's all right. He felt that the market should be able to rebound. He was okay. He was correct. But after a while later, right, he called for market to buy again. The market plunged all the way down to 3,650s. So again, he got his good side and his bad side. Yeah. So I don't know how you want to view on this, but nonetheless, it's all right. The entire year since the start of this year to now, he gave many recommendations. And I can say that about 80% of them didn't turn out well. So the only question is this, do you think that they'll be right? Okay. So how many of you think that Marko will be correct this time around? If you think that Marko will be right, can you key the word Marko, M-A-R-K-O. Now, if you think that he will be wrong, then you put the word K-O, K knockout, and put it there. Right, let me see your answer before we go in. Wow, we have 129 people online today. This is a brand new record for me once again. Thank you all for all the love and support. All right, my view in the market itself, end of the day is that whether you use it as a direct line of helping you or a contrarian view, it doesn't matter. As long as you're happy, I'm happy for you. Okay. All right. So what do you think? Do you think that Marco will be correct, or you think that it's gonna be a KO? Right. Key your answer right now before we start on to go into some other stuff. Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay, so we have Liu believe in Marco, and David say KO. Kinwa say KO. All right, Leslie, you say 80% wrong. Yeah, correct. Albert says KO. All right, okay. All right, so again, this one is up to you guys to decide. Everybody's entitled their own view. Anyway, I've covered everything for the news site itself. Okay. All right, so not too bad, right? You can see. Okay. Now let's now go back to the alternate market news once again. Now, alternate market news is whereby I remember telling you is whereby we're talking about, you know, views that's not usual in the market, yeah, not very used to the market. Okay. Oh dear. Wait, something went wrong with my screen. Moment, yeah. Market is going up, and I told you before. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go. All right, let's look at some alternate market news this morning. Okay, let's give a moment to flip each other. All right, so again, more people say KO. Okay. Okay, I'll leave it there. Okay, let's go. All right, now Putin is pushing Germany economy to the breaking point. Now, this is absolutely true. I got a student in Germany, Kai, and he's telling me very seriously now in Germany itself, right, the inflation is going crazy. And I have my cousin in America, he is also telling me that the inflation there is getting crazy. And of course, in Singapore, we also feel that a little bit, right? If you go out and eat your food and your drinks and your merchandise, you will notice that there's a very clear 5 to 10% notch up. Again, it's not like this year 10%. It's another 10% notch up, right? How many of you feel that way? How many of you actually feel that, right? Recently, the last 5-6 days, okay, last 2 weeks, I'll put it this way. The last 2 weeks, you realize that there's another 10% notch up in terms of your food or your basic necessity, right? Do you feel that way, or you actually realize that itself? If you realize that itself, right? Can you put the word realize? All right. Now I feel that way because I can see whenever I order food for my kids and stuff like that, right? I notice that the prices just go up by 10%. So example itself, $4.50 to $5, $5 to $5.50. And I just realized that the drinks itself is also going up at that feel yourself. And this is like not the first time to this year, it's like the second to third time. So it seems that the numbers are jumping up on its own. And of course, it's like, okay, my pay didn't really increase, right? Okay. All right. And of course, you can see that our government is coming in to aid, again, giving money to people, increasing the salary of all the so-called, what do you call these government sector people. So does it mean that they know something that is very clear? Of course, right? All right. So Lionel, you realize it. Janet, you also realize this. Louis realize it. Liu says that the chai peng getting more expensive. Yeah, this one is definitely for sure. But I don't know what the Batang case are. That one is a standalone. But maybe it's all right. The rest of it, okay. So definitely that's one reason. But of course, I don't think it's Putin. Come on, it's the entire world. Let's put it this way, okay? Oh, you reduce one meat to counter inflation. You eat more, make more money from the market, okay? All right. Now, Bridgewater recently doubled short wages in Europe to $10.5 billion. Now, I'm not too sure if you remember this. Not too far ago. All right, I already told you guys, the country or the continent that will definitely be hit this round is not US, it's not China, it's not Russia, it's Europe. Remember, I said that, right? In quite a few MAO, I already said that, right? That I said that Europe will be the worst hit this year. All right, remember that. If you think that I was correct and I did say this, Please keep the word Europe spot on, okay? Europe spot on, okay? Because I remember I said this to you and I informed you what's the rational reason for that itself. And now, apparently, right, Ray Dalio has shorted. Now, he initially shorted about $5 billion on Europe. And obviously, you can see that the Europe itself is coming down. And now he doubled up to 10.5 billion. Now, I'll give you an idea of 10.5 billion. Now, in 1992, George Soros shorted $1 billion onto the $10 billion onto the pound. Remember, 10 billion, and he made 1 billion for himself. All right. Of course, Ray Dalio recently has not been very accurate, right? So maybe he's wrong. But if you look at the market right now, okay, if you look at the market right now, well, I can't say he's really, really wrong. Let's take a look, yeah, everybody. If you look at this right now, we look at this, let's say the DAX, okay, shall we look at DAX? Okay, the German DAX, huh? Okay, the German DAX, the ETF, DAX index. Okay, never mind, look at the ETF, it's fine. You can see that the ETF itself, right, is really coming down at a very fast speed. And even recently, the Dow Jones has been coming down, right? Sorry, the Dow Jones has been going up, right? Look at the ETF of the market. It's not moving at all. In fact, it's at the lower ground. So this is where the calamity problem is. Imagine now that we have this problem whereby the DAX itself is trying to hold around this area while the US stock market is up. So if let's say for any crazy reason, if the stock market in this US take a bit of plunge again, 5% down because of profit taking or whatever reason, what will happen to DAX? I think DAX will come down severely, right? That's why I believe that this may actually happen. So it's kind of scary if you look at it. Then of course, after we have DAX, we have FTSE, right? Let's take all the indices here to find them, yeah. Here we go, the German DAX. This is the one that I'm looking for. You can see right now, the last few days, we have seen the US market going up, right? But do you notice that the German DAX is not going up? And very important, the volume traded itself is humongous. The what do you call the volume traded is humongous compared to the last, all the average out. So it's either that there's a lot of buying in the market or there's a lot of selling in the market. Not too sure which is which, but I can tell you this, whatever it is, the volume so thick, right? It's either going to see a strong rebound to here or going to see a heavier sell down to here. So what do you think, guys? Do you think that the DAX is going back to 13,900? Or you think the DAX will go down to 12,200? Give me your answer right now, everybody. What do you think? In the next few weeks or so, right? Do you think that the DAX is going to go up to 13,900? Or do you think it's going to go down to 12,200? Please give me your view right now, everybody. Okay, so we have, thank you guys for giving me a spot on. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Yes, indeed, I totally agree with you, right? Liu, because Europe is really very dependent on the Russia side. And of course, the best part of the whole joke is now what happened is that Russia is selling the crude oil to the Chinese and the Indians, and they are reselling it back to Europe. So technically, the Europe did not breach a law. It's so funny. All right. Anyway, this is what's happening right now. Okay, so you guys think that nope. Okay, so I see some view says that it's going to be going up, is it? So Fred and you guys are looking at the market to go to 13,900. Yeah, no wrong about that. Louis says that it's going to 12,200. Dex, so by Cheng Kui, Dennis, David, Anthony, Jason. Okay, so we have a full side cam here. Now, you already asked me, is that right? I just felt that, in my opinion, that most likely is going down to 12,200 if you ask me. I know that I'm being bearish here, but I cannot deny the fact of the matter. Because why? US interest rates is still to go up very soon, and that will add one more pressure. And if there's no resolution done by the US side regarding the inflation, the spillover will just come in. And of course, if the crude oil price goes back up again in a seasonal pattern in July and August, then that will add on more pressure down to the market. Okay, that will add on more pressure down. So that's the reason why I felt that, right, we have to be very, very careful with Europe side itself. Okay, to be very, very careful with the Europe side. We just have to be very careful on that. Okay. All right. So that is my personal view. So this one I will let you think about it. Okay. All right. So that is Europe. Let's look at the UK. Thank you for telling me UK. Okay, for UK itself, right, you can see on UK side, the market yesterday do a very strong, Friday was very strong rally. So today, maybe you'll see a bit of further upside at the moment right now. All right, so watch out for this. Okay, there's some movement right now. But of course, again, if you look at it carefully, other than on Friday, we have a big recovery. The last few days, the market have been pretty sideways as compared to the S&P 500 about 4 days in a row, okay? So this is another thing to be concerned for. And of course, if you look at it further, anything else, take a look again. We have German done, DAX synthesis. Okay, I think that's all right. I don't have to rest much. Okay, never mind. I think the more or less we get the idea right now. Okay, so this is what Bridgewater is doing. But on top of that, it's out right now, Russia, China are brewing up a challenge to dollar dominance by creating a new reserve currency. This is really incredible. We all know that the last two leaders that tried to, create something different, okay, has got themselves into a very, very insightful ending, which is death, all right, which is this, Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi. So I just wondering now, Russia and China coming together to create a new reserve currency. What will happen then? I cannot imagine. Okay, I really cannot imagine. A bit crazy, if you ask me. So really a bit crazy. Okay, so let me now share with you this. This is a very interesting thingy whereby it's about how the fund managers behave with the stock market. So when they're heavy long into the market, you will notice that that will be usually the bottom of the market, right? Can you see that? Something like that. Looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty amazing, right? Okay. The one that's incredible is this, when the market is here. Do you see it now? Okay. So where are we now? Okay. So now you can see that reason why now, right, when the boys are not in the system itself, right, you can see the stock market coming down. So that means at the moment now, right, if we look at the usual thingy here, where if it's at a higher level, that is a very good time to buy into the market because the boys will know when to buy. But the problem is that we are here now, the boys are not in the market, then what? What do you think? So what do you think, what should we do then? If the boys are not in the market, then what should we be doing then? That is the first thing that we need to think about it for a moment, yeah? Okay. Then of course, the past week, we have the heaviest selling of retail selling since September 2020. Now, it means that last week itself, right, many retailers dumped their position into the market. Okay, they dump it in. And why they dump it in, what's the reason? Not too sure, but since they dump it itself, right, that probably either take from profit or what. So anyway, this is what's happening on the data, shows you that traders need to take note of all this information. So of course, when the retailers are not in the market, right, the boys come in. So now the boys came in and the price is now at the lower level and being pumped up so fast furiously. Guess what the retailer will do? most likelihood the retailer will jump into the market, and if the retailer jump into the market, who will sell it to them? Think about this for a moment. So you see, it's called alternate market news for a reason, okay? This is why I'm telling you this. Think for a moment how this thing works actually, yeah? All right, last but not least, it's all right. This is from the Goldman Sachs financial condition. Now, what is very scary is that now the 5-day change in the Goldman Sachs financial condition is the highest, and the last time we saw was 2020 and 2808. So what happened is now the thing is the tightening mission is actually very heavy right now. The condition is tightening so heavy that now we are back to the same point back in 08 and this 2020. And of course, we know what happened, right? After that, the stock market really came off quite badly. So Benetech, not too sure whether your dream is having the same response on this thing here, but there's something that is showing. Now, the only thing is this, but the stock market is going up. So which is the correct one, right? Well, I would say it's macro versus micro. Micro picture is showing you that the market is going up because it's micro buying up. But the macro picture itself is showing that the problem is ongoing. It's just a matter of time. It goes into the micro picture. So that's the reason why I'm sharing this with you to tell you that there's something not too nice going on in the market right now. You just have to be very careful because you don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the market when the things turn over, okay? All right, so that is what I have to share with you for the alternate market news. Hope you like that itself. If you like the market news, the alternate market news, key the word LIKE, like, so that I can actually show to my partners and friends and say that, hey, you know what? Even though when I do the market like the alternate market views, right, there are people who like it. All right, so do me a favor, if you like the alternate market news, key the word LIKE, all right? Please do it right now, or LIKES. And then let me see at least 20 to 30 people putting the LIKES, 125 of you today. So if you like it, please do that. Now, some of the information, as you notice, is not available. It's not available, yeah? It's not available on the this social media or mainstream media. All right. Wow. I just received a text message from Yao Tong, and he says that, Kel, wow, 131 people online watching you itself. Thank you very much. In fact, he sent me a screenshot of it. Okay, brother, thank you very much for listening to me, even though you are busy filming. Yeah, I know recently you've been very busy. Right, hope to catch up with you once again. Yeah, always a good brother. All right, thank you guys for liking my this daily MAO and also like my this alternate market view. Now, once again, let me explain this to you. Most of the data that I get from you is not the mainstream media data, but it's definitely credible news from Bloomberg, Reuters, and some what they call paid services. Okay, I paid for the service to get the data for you. Okay, absolutely in a way. All right, so let's go. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grrr, and the lemming goes is different this time. Let's go. China. Okay, China. Let's take a look. China market has continued to climb. Now, I told you guys, once the China market breaks above the moving average MA 200 and breaks above the major trend line that I draw, the China market will go higher. And truth be told, it has really, really happened. All right. Okay, it has really, really happened, and this is really crazy. All right. So the question is this. Okay, the question is this: how high can it go? Now I have a technical point. Take note, it's 14,990, which is very near to 15,000. Now you look carefully, it's all right. This is a very interesting phenomenon where the support is every time in China. Okay, and the problem is we are now near the so-called common point resistance, but the high was here, the current high is here right now. Now this is what we call as a downtrend, right? Downtrend. So which means that as long as the market is having a common point, but the cycle high got slower, usually it's a downtrend. So how does it change over from a downtrend to the uptrend, right? Is when this actually happened. The market pulls back down. Obviously, the RSI will pull back down, right? But the thing is this, when the RSI goes back up here again to the same common point, the market must be higher than this point already. So if that is the case itself, right, then this will become an uptrend. If not at the moment now, this is part of a downtrend, understand? So once again, you can see that I'm teaching you for free. I just want you to make money from the market. If you understand what I just said itself, right, it will definitely serve a purpose because you can use the same material, some concept to look into intraday chart, and you can know whether or not, right, this pullback is real or this pullback is fake. Okay, it's going to be very good stuff for you to use today. Yeah. Okay, clear out the screen. So because of that itself, right, I expect Hang Seng to go higher, right? Hang Seng, wow, phenomenal. Now, Hang Seng today is really powering through, okay? The opening price of Hang Seng is here, and it breached past pivot one. Now, remember, I told you, right, once the market break pivot one, don't care, don't bother, just buy. We already say this many times. Once the market goes above OP, above pivot one, don't care, don't bother, CCRY, just buy. Now, the thing is this, yes, the day before the market was open, was closing, was here. To reach this point here, we need another 300 to 400 points. To be up by 300, 400 points and still buy is absolutely insane. But the rule of thumb is that you don't fight with pivot, right? If the pivot say buy, you just have to buy. So you can take a look right now, everybody. Look at how crazy this run is for the Hang Seng. Once it opens itself, right, all the way, when you break the pivot one, it doesn't care the pivot. It doesn't care. And straight away continue to climb all the way. This is why I say this is the power of having the pivot. So traditional traders, when the price is all the way here already, right, you call for sell and they may sell. And the worst thing is the market keep on going higher. While we as TWB traders, as long as the market cross this point, no matter how you tell me, I'm a buyer. Can you see the difference there? This is a very big difference between a trader with the TWB system and without the TWB system. Very, very important, okay? All right, so good idea. Okay, so let's look at the market right now for the rest of the world. Let's look at the US market, the Dow Jones. Now, Dow Jones, as we expected, the Dow Jones really hit 31,571. Yes, really traded. Congratulations to those who trusted me and tell you that if the market goes to break the BNB RL, it will usually go to BNB SL, okay? BNB 1x1. And truth be told, the market really hit 31,571, already done. So now will become a strongest resistance at this point. Usually when the market hit this point, there could be a bit of pullback. Now take note of yourself, if today the market ended like this will give a very small body, which means that the MLP will be very close by. And this is going to be a bit dangerous because why? If the market closes like this tomorrow today, then tomorrow MLP is very close by and it's going to be very close to the moving average tomorrow. So of course, right, if things doesn't go well, then maybe things can get bad. Okay, so take note of that. Okay, this is something very important, yeah, for today's closing. Okay, but for today itself, as long as the market stays above 31,440, the MA30, because it got supported, then there is a small chance, but it's possible to see 31,915. That's only if the Dow Jones stays up and above, okay, this what you call the stop loss level. Okay, now the stop loss level for entry can be very, very far away, so you can put anywhere that you think is more comfortable. Okay, some of you may want to put it somewhere like you do a short here, you do a cut loss here, or you may want to put it here. Okay, it's up to you, but I dare say this is very dangerous to do that if you want to sell something on the way up. Yeah. Okay, Nasdaq. Now Nasdaq continue to go higher. It has broke past the 12,144, the BNB, and same thing again. To you, once the market breaks the BNB, usually 3 days, we can see the market going up. 3 days, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 days broke already. The market should be going higher. Okay, it should be going higher. So how high can it go? You can go all the way down to up to 12,299. Currently now, right, we're about 100 points away. Is possible. Let's see how it goes. 12,999 points. Okay, so that we have here itself. The next market that we have for you will be the S&P 500. Now S&P 500, right, you can see very clearly is moving up very nicely according to what you see in the US, in the Dow Jones. But now if I hit already, right, you hit 12,044, it may come down from here, yeah? Okay. Once it cannot stay above 12,144, it may pull back down to 11,923. Okay, so watch out for this number, 12,144 today. All right. Now DAX is not open yet, but yesterday, Friday, we saw the DAX recovering. Now, why did the DAX recover? If you remember this, I told you before how the pivot worked. When the market opens and it's above pivot 1, CCRY will be a buy, right? CCRY will be a buy. And of course, you look at it, what happened on Friday, the phenomenal is absolutely mind-blowing. Look at it. Look at it, the whole day. The market initially opens here. It went up below OP, so we don't bother. But once you cross OP, bang, first trade, bang, second trade, bang, third trade. The third trade is the best because the third trade is the one that goes above OP at the same time crossing into CCRY. And look at how the DAX shoot up after that. Amazing. Really, really amazing. This is how the thing is work for our TWB system. Okay, Nikkei. Now Nikkei has surged all the way up itself from the low end. Okay, it came down initially, but now it went all the way up. And again, it also triggered. Okay, it also triggered the BNB. So incredible, right? The BNB RL was here, and the market breaks above it. Then the next day, the market triggered the BNB level. So which means that, right? Things really go according to what we see in the market. So how high will Nikkei go? Well, if Nikkei stays on, Nikkei may continue to go up all the way to this point at 26,997. I doubt I doubt so. So we will see how it goes now. If it close like that, there'll be a doji sign, and that means that tomorrow there'll be a very potential big movement coming in. Okay, so watch out for that. Yeah? If this is going to be a doji sign at closing. Okay. All right, so that is the Nikkei, and let's look at crude oil now. Now, crude oil, I already tell you guys, 104 is a very good price to buy. I told you that. And this morning, the crude oil really came down again to 104, beautifully touched MLP at 104.58, and then staged a rebound. The KSI is still red in color, shows that the market still got a lot of sellers in the market. But I think in this point itself right now, I don't think it's a problem, right? Now, this thing is that, let's check the 50 minutes. Okay, you can see now the market really came down just now. The crude oil open, shoot down, touches the MLP brilliantly, and then this is where it recovers, right? So this is where you can add on your position to buy. So you can buy somewhere around this area using a lower time frame, and then when you go back to the OP, you can add your position higher. Okay, you don't need to wait until the market cross the pivot and start to buy. So if you're fast enough, all this information, you can actually do it on your own. Okay, there's a request, and later on not about that. Okay, so watch out for crude oil. So if crude oil goes higher, right? If the crude oil goes higher, how high can crude oil go? Now, if crude oil actually goes higher, I think the upside should be somewhere around here. Okay. All right. Why do I choose this thing? Because I suspect that if the price will go up, right, this market will eat the red candle. Okay. So let's take note of that. So let's watch out for this. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I missed S&P 500. Okay, let's go S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500, as you can see right now, thank you for telling me, Fred. Okay. S&P 500 has tapped the MA30 at 38.98, and the KSI is still green in color, pretty strong. Now you have crossed 39.16 on Friday, so one single day the RL was given. Fantastic, right? Okay, so now the thing is this: if the market continue, it might be able to test this figure, and that is 39.74. There's another 50 points to go. 50 more points to go is approximately about another 400 to 500 points of the Dow Jones, yeah, around that. Okay, to me itself, the market hit 39.16. There should be some profit taking soon. So of course, very simple. The opening price of today is at 39.16, which is 39.16 the opening price. If 39.16 basically breaks below, then the selling will bring it back to 38.98. So 39.16. 39.16 will be the pivotal for today, which obviously now is trading much higher. Okay. So upside, I tell you 39.74. Downside is 39.16 first, then you go down to 38.98. Okay. Okay, let's go down to crude gold. Now, gold is something we saw this morning. It was a gap out effect because of Russia ban. Gold was trading at 1825 last Friday, and this morning it gap out to 1838. And very, very phenomenally fast, it came down all the way down to this price, 38.34 on average now, but much lower. Yeah. Okay, this one you must take note. The KSI is red in color, and there's the blue bar still there. Hence, therefore, when the market gap out this morning, right, it was a no-brainer. It's a sell, okay, not a buy. So when the price come back down slowly come back down, right, you can see that it's coming down at the moment. I did tell you guys that gold price likelihood is more towards the downside. Yeah, gold most likely is going downside. So I still stand with position. If gold come down, break basically around here 1824, we could see the gold coming down all the way to 1838. 1738. 1738, sorry. Okay. All right. I'm still quite bearish on gold. Okay. All right. Silver. Now, silver, of course, because of the gold thingy, it also had benefited. But the difference is silver moved upwards instead. Silver actually moved upward instead. Despite the KSI is red, but there's a declining red blue bar. So that means that the market buying is coming in. Yesterday, on Friday, we saw the market do a very strong reversal hammer. So likelihood this silver is going to test 2162. But of course, once again, if there's going to be any form here itself, right? If you ask me, okay, you ask me, all right, why is silver going up? Okay, why is silver going up despite the gold is not moving? Yeah. So upside is $21.62. Okay, that's for silver. And last but not least will be on the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin today is a DJDD. No, it's not. It's a CCRY day. But this CCRY day now is trading below OP, right? So cannot really call for buy. But the MLP is very close by. It's 21,301, very close by. So if the market actually, you can see it's a upside triangle. If the market really shows this is him, then the thing is that the market could be going down here again. Now, going back to 19,500 is actually very possible for Bitcoin. Okay, so watch out for this 19,500. Okay? And Ethereum is all right. To me, is that it's the same thing. The KSI is red, it's trying to push up but getting no strength. So today, if it loses MLP, most likely it's coming back down again to 1040 range. Okay, this is my personal view. Even though the market has went up, and I did say that 9050 can buy, but then it's over already. 950 can buy. Yeah, 950 can buy. It's over already. It went up. So now thing is this on the way down. If you feel like shorting the market, you can try. Okay. Okay. Can. All right. So that will be all for today. But before you go, I want to show you something here. It's out of my extra charts on the side. My KRW is still showing me red. I know that you guys are waiting for me to turn green, but it's still showing me red. And my KSI is also red. But you look at my NASDAQ, you can see the why is it so bullish, because the NASDAQ, KSI, and the KRW were all the same phenomenon. So that's why you can see the DAX going up very, very nicely. And of course, you look at my S&P 500, right? We have mixed back signal. That's why the KSI seemingly work. Okay, and Hang Seng, you can see now, Hang Seng is like all the way have been bearish, but apparently now it seems to be a bit bullish already, yeah? So all these things is all right. It will be lovely if you have this TWB indicator, okay? All right, request for what now? Request for okay. Okay, this is the day chart of the Dow Jones one more time with the important information right now. You can see that the Dow Jones will really, really need to go back below 31,411. I have to do the, what do you call, watch out for the market. So my view is this. I think you should get, you can get for something else. You can get for a nicer person. And the thing is this, the market has triggered a BNB, and if it doesn't go out well, right, the first target can be as low as 30,807 before it continue to go down to 30,044. And last but not least, is over here. Okay. All right. So all I can say is this, guys. At the moment now, the Dow is still firming at above the 31,411 mark. So as long as Dow doesn't lose the 31,411 mark, it's going to be tough for the market to pull back. Okay. All right, that'll be all for today. Thank you very much for today. Hope that you have enjoyed a good lunch. I'll see you guys on Wednesday once again. This is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.